ATMOSTFEAR Entertainment Radio.
Now it's time for the interview with Stefano from Wolfuneral. Like I mentioned on Facebook, and I sent also the event invitation. But first, before the interview, I will play a song from him. It will be the song Over the Skies from his first album. And after the interview, I will play another one from Wolfuneral, his cover version from Funeral March from Chopin. Enjoy.
Hello, Stefano.
Hello, Peter.
Could you introduce Wolfuneral to the listeners of ATMOSTFEAR Entertainment?
Yeah, Wolfuneral is a project that started as a dark ambient project, and now I'm going out with a black metal album. So the first one was, more symphonic and noise, and the second one was an album of covers by black metal bands. And now the third is just mine. I'm going to write some black metal songs as an old style like Burzum, but more symphonic.
Uh-huh. So you changed the style of your music from dark wave to black metal?
Yeah, I come from black metal, as you know, so I wanted to play something more heavy than before. I had this opportunity to write with guitars and screaming vocals, and so I'm going to do that. I guess that it's a good job for me. I'm writing good songs.
Mm-hmm. Until now, you brought out 3 releases, 2 albums and 1 EP. Looking back on them, are you satisfied with the songs from the materials?
Yes, I am. Maybe I will change something on the first album because it was the first, so there's something that is immature, but I guess it's a good dark ambient album, but some songs are just too much long, and they can bore people where they are listening. So maybe I will change that, the durations and this kind of thing, some kind of sounds too. But they are good albums. The second one is better in my opinion.
Any particular songs from that time that you still like?
Yeah, I like Out of the Dark very much, and I like Paradise Lost too. They are good songs, and Lucifer too. I mean, it's a very atmospheric sound for me. And the second, I like the Dunkelate cover, and maybe the Ensemble of Silence by Imperium. It's very good too.
Mm-hmm. On your EP and your album, you covered black metal band and black metal songs, mostly in a classic way. What made you do that?
What?
On your on your EP and on your last album that you brought out a couple of months ago, you covered a lot of black metal bands like Burzum, Dissection, Satyricon, and also Sopo Aeternos and Imperium, but mostly in a classical way. I mean, with classical arrangements.
Yeah.
What made you do that?
Why I choose that kind of songs?
Yes, partly that. Why you choose those songs, and why did you choose to make them in this way and not in a like?
Well, the choose was because I tried to find the songs that were more symphonic, and I don't mean like using violins and chords, but the symphony of the result of the song. I mean, like Dissection or Emperor, they are symphonic with guitars without the orchestra and this kind of thing. So it was more simple to transform that to an orchestral sound. And I choose to do that because I guess that there's a link between metal and classic music, so it was, if you want, like a game, but also a funny thing to transform that in classical music, because most of the people maybe doesn't know that, and they think that you know, they can sound in that way, but there's a very strong link between them, and it's I don't know, it's just funny, and they are very atmospheric song in that kind, in my opinion, and but they are good, and I don't know, I guess that people found something interesting listening to them, because they saw what there is behind metal music, and the way the music is had an evolution to metal from the classical music.
Mm-hmm. Will you do something like that again in the future?
No, I don't know. I guess that I can do that, like a second album of covers and that kind, you know, like between an album and the other, I can try to do that. I would like, because, you know, there are a lot of songs that I can do in that way, and I would like to do something like that with other kind of bands and sounds. It will be interesting, I guess. And I saw that people liked that anyway. I had very good comments about my job.
You also covered, you know, A Satana from Emperor. Will the song be on a future release?
What, the song?
The song, you know, A Satana, your cover version of the Emperor song.
Yeah.
Will it be on a future release of Wolfuneral?
I don't know that, honestly. Probably if I will do something like that again, I will put that. I have a summoning cover too. Probably I will put them there. I don't know if I don't guess I will use them in the new black metal album, because, you know, they are too much different as a sound.
Why did you decide to cover this song when Emperor himself already covered it with A Satana, Opus A Satana?
Well, you mean because, I mean, there is just that version?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I love that song, you know, it's my favorite song, I guess, so I wanted to do that anyway, because, you know, it's like a tribute to a great band that I love, and that song is just amazing.
Mm-hmm. One of your songs from your first album was used for a commercial by no other than NASA itself. How did it come to it?
You mean the song used in the space spot? Yes. Well, I just found that on, you know, looking for Wolfuneral on the web, I found that it was used there, and it was fun. Yeah. I don't know why they used that, because, you know, the song is not very, in my opinion, is not very good for that kind of theme, but they didn't even ask anything to me to use that. They just did that and stuff.
But still, it's strange to see something like that. I was amazed by it when I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, it was a very good, you know, feeling to see that, and I had also, you know, a request to use one of my songs for an iPhone application. That was strange, honestly, because, you know, that Dark Ambient is not usually a commercial music, so I said okay. It was very strange.
Did at least come something positive out for Wolfuneral out of this situation?
Well, it's great that, you know, people contact you, and you know, I don't want to say that I'm famous, but it's beautiful to see people posting your music using your photos and these kind of things around and commenting on them. It's just amazing. It's something that I live for. It's something that give you a reason to go ahead. And I like it very much, and my fans are very great. I have to say that they always contact me and ask things, and they are very interested in my work.
You started in a band called Wolf's Church, where you played black metal, and with Wolfuneral you started to play some kind of dark wave, and now you go back to black metal. Is it some kind for your back to the roots, or maybe the first step to make a reunion or something like that with Wolf's Church?
I want to play again with that guy from Wolf's Church, and now I'm just returning to my roots. I as I said, I come from black metal, so that is the music that I listen more. So it's dark ambient is an art music to listen and to write, because it's very atmosphere, and I don't know, you need a big inspiration to write some kind of things, and that period was good to write night symphonies, but now I feel more an inspiration to play black metal, and so I'm doing that.
Will this maybe open an opportunity for you to play live with Wolfuneral?
I was thinking about that. I can, honestly, I can, but I have to find some play members, because I write and I record everything alone. So if I find someone that wants to play them with me live, I can also decide to do that. But I don't know. I will see this when the album will come out.
I mean, you also have the opportunity, like Limbornic Art, for instance. 2 guys and the rest come from the PC, the rest of the music.
Yeah, I don't like that very, very much, honestly. I mean, when you play live, and I guess that the best thing is when you have all the members on the stage. But I don't know. If I have the necessity to do that, and I don't find live members, I can also think about that. Yeah, why not?
So you're more into a band than into a personal project?
What?
I mean, so you're more into a band than into making this a personal thing with only you and the computer?
Yeah, no, this is a one-man band project, so I didn't think to play live anyway. This is a thing that will come with time if I need that. And
on your EP, you also covered the song Funeral March by Chopin, and you also added some lyrics to it. Who wrote them, and why did you put them in the song?
Well, because that story is taken from Pantia by Oscar Wilde, so I guess it's just amazing. And I wanted to put something, that was in the same line with the music. And they don't have link really, but I think they just sound good together, and it was like a kind of play on a classic music, and I really liked that. And that was just the reason I liked that part, and I wanted to put that in that song, because it was without lyrics. I mean, that song doesn't have the lyrics on it. So. And I'm using for the next album also a poem by Edgar Allan Poe as an introduction to the album, because I like this kind of things, honestly.
When it comes to the music, what inspires the music of Wolfuneral?
Which bands?
Bands or writers, movies, books?
Well, as bands, I love Birds most of all, and I like very much Dissection Emperor, Imperium. This is the music I listen most, and I like also some kind of gothic and dark wave, so Lacrimosa or Sapor Aeternius and this kind of stuff. So this is what musically influences me. And for the rest, I like writers like Milton. I love Paradise Lost by him, and I like Goethe. I like Edgar Allan Poe, Marlowe. A lot of writers, that wrote something in the romantic and gothic period and decadentism. These kind of writers. As movies, movies it's more hard. I watch a lot of kind of movies, but there is Dracula by Bram Stoker that is one of my favorite, and also Once Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. These kind of things, Shining. These are my favorite movies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any last words?
What?
Any last words for the listeners of ATMOSTFEAR? Any last comments?
One comment. Last comment.
Last comment, yes.
Well, I want just to thanks all my fans, and I hope that people will support underground music, because we are in a very bad period about that. Labels are hard to find, and they require strange things. So the web gives an important opportunities to everyone. But if people don't support that, it's useless. We should just support very good band and try to send them around more as possible when they deserve that, of course.
I agree with you. I wish you good luck with Wolfuneral on a professional level, and also for you on a personal level. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
This was the interview with Stefano from Wolfuneral, and the songs you heard were Over the Skies was the first one. That was the song that we mentioned during the interview for the commercial. And the second one was the cover version of the Chopin song, Funeral March. Now, well, let's continue with the song request from the chat room. Luca wanted to hear from Burzum the song Valen. So here you go, Luca. Enjoy.